Ready. Ready.
Ready. Double tight. Double tight. Double tight. Four down. Four down.
Check 26. Check 26.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Back. Back. Back.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Undercrush. Undercrush. Gun. Check. Fresno. Kill.
Hey, turn it up.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Watch time.
Now Newton on first down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Watch tight.
To throw is Newton. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Shit. Jam. Rush in.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
Let's get it.
Check.
20.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night.
Let 190.
59. 3 bucks.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Check. You know.
Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Charger first down. Rivers hooking up with Allen.
Block the teams. 180.
Check 4.
Zero. Hey, box truck.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
That is caught. It's Benjamin for the Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin, 40 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. A shotgun snap for Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Let's go!
The Charger drive about to get going. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Don't say no. Check it out, Reed. Check.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Hey, Rocket.
Here we go. Check.
Under 10. 10. Wait, 89.
On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Cluster.
54's Mike.
On 3rd down, Rivers. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 40.
Let's go.
With that impact, I fully expected the ball to pop free. I still remember an old defensive back friend of mine. He used to say, guess what? Even if they catch the ball, make sure they have a memento to take back to the sideline.
Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
12.
Rivers on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ready.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Rivers, he leads to Eckler on the draw. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Check the backer, check the backer.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. A first down throw here for Rivers. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Left.
Right, check, 59. All day.
Hey, Rocket.
Any day. Check, crunch.
Rivers now to throw on first down. It's complete right side to Benjamin. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
From the red zone now, Rivers. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check hot route. Hot 8.
Newton. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Newton now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. But it'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Again, Newton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for DJ Moore. Sets up 4th down.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 24, Rivers, blitz coming, and down he goes.
2nd and 10 at their own 23-yard line. 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 2nd and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack. From the gun, Rivers. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 33 yards that time.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, have the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Kill. Kill. Turn up. Say.
They're going to run. This is Gordon. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. First down, Rivers. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. That one good for 37 yards. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a 2nd one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
They come out here in the eye.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from 2 yards out. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and then converted a 2nd time for 6 points.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Check. Lucky.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Desmond King making the tackle. They're losing here in the third quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
Yeah, and while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it. You and I talked to the offensive coordinator, and we knew that was the place they wanted to try and go. And sometimes you just have to stick with it because 2-yard gains turn into 20-yard gains as the game goes along.
11 yards and a Panther first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Let's get this. Let's get this.
Now the Auburn alum, Artis Payne. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
The tackle by Denzel Perryman brings up third down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Gun.
Third and long, it's Newton. Finding some room at midfield. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because they're...
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
Check 50. Check 50.
Switch.
Hey!
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. He's going to look deep for more. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Throwing on third and long. Newton, and the throw there going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Watch the edge. Shift.
The Panthers going for it on fourth. Newton. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
180. Slack 11.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A very solid gain of 27. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Kill.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal.
All day.
Check 13. Shady weapon.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Nice hit, boy.
They come out here in the eye. Second and goal from the 1. They'll sneak it with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Tyrod Taylor scoring on the sneak from a yard out as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Switch.
Check 99. Check 99.
Gun.
Now Newton. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 72 yards. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Gano the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I want that. Give me that ball. Hey, 79. 79.
Throwing here, Rivers. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Running on first down, Eckler. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. Nifty move by Gordon. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed, this type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.